Hi, in this video we're just going to have a quick look at an example using completing the square method to calculate the radius and the center coordinate point of a circle. In a previous video I explained how we can get to here by expanding our normal equation x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So sometimes you're asked an equation like this, and that's really nice to find the center and the radius, but sometimes you're asked it like this, and we have to complete the square and get back to this equation. So let's just jump straight into an example. There is more of a detailed explanation in a previous video. So what is the center and radius of the circle with the equation x squared minus 8x plus y squared minus 4y equals 29? So let's just deal with this first. Let's complete the square. We have to halve 8 and square it. So half of 8, or even half of minus 8, okay? 4 and square 4. So 4 squared is 16. So what I need to write is x squared minus 8x. I leave that there. Half of 8 is 4. 4 squared is 16. So I plus 16. I'm just going to write this here, equals 29. To keep this equation balanced, I can't just go chucking a 16 in there. I have to put it on the other side to keep this equation balanced. Alright, I'm going to put brackets around this, okay, because we're going to now use this and factorize. But let's complete the square. Let me use a different color. Let's complete the square here now. So I've got y squared minus 4y. What is half of 4? It is 2. Okay, even if you think of there, what if it's minus 2? Minus 2 squared, and 2 squared is still positive 4. So half of 4 is 2. 2 squared is plus 4. To keep the equation balanced, put the plus 4 on the other side. I'm going to put that in brackets now. Let's jump back to the x squared minus 8x plus 16. So using your factorization here, in the previous videos we go and look at the base formulas. We know that this is x minus 4 squared. Because if you expand that, just a side note, don't write this, if you expand that using FOIL, x times x is x squared, minus 4x, minus 4x, and then minus 4 times minus 4 is plus 16. So that is x squared minus 8x plus 16. So we're actually just factorizing here, doing the opposite of this FOIL process of expanding binomials. We are factorizing. I'll use orange, keep the colors going here. This is going to be y minus 2 squared. This equals 29 plus 16 plus 4. Well, 16 plus 4 is 20. That is 49. A square number, that is awesome, because now I can say that the radius equals square root of 49, which is 7, because 49 is also written as 7 squared. And the center equals, thinking about this, what x coordinate must we sub in there to make that 0? Well, I know that 4. I'll put that in blue, so that's matching up with that one. 4 minus 4 is 0. And also over here, let's just go and get green. What minus 2 gives me 0? 2 minus 2 gives me 0. So that is at the center, 4, 2, with a radius of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't say to graph it. I'm just giving you an idea. 1, 2. There's the center, radius of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get the idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And it would be quite a large circle, like going around all the way up there. You get the idea. Let's do another one. Let's have a go at another example. Example 2, it's going to be the same thing. We need to find the radius and the center of this circle. X squared plus y squared plus 5 equals 8x minus 2y. Again, you might be thinking, well, this looks a little bit different to this one up here. This is just because we need to move the 8x and the minus 2y to the left-hand side of the equation and move this 5 to the right-hand side. So I'm going to move this over here. I've I've got x squared plus y squared. What is the opposite of plus 8x? It is minus 8x. What is the opposite of minus 2y when you take it over? It is plus 2y. This equals, what is the opposite of plus 5 when you take it to the other side? Minus 5. I'll just get a black pen there. Minus 5. So let's just check. X squared plus y squared was already there. That's fine. Opposite of plus 8x is minus 8x. Opposite of minus 2y is plus 2y, and equals minus 5 because it was plus 5 there. We're good. Now this is a bit nicer. First of all, let's move x squared and minus 8x next to each other. So that is x squared minus 8x. Don't go changing that minus 8 to a positive 8 because we're not moving anything over an equal sign. We're just rearranging it here. Now let's deal with these y squared plus 2y equals negative 5. So it's much nicer if you put it next to each other to work with. Let's complete the square now. Thinking about this, x squared minus 8x, we write it first, then you say what's half of minus 8 or half of 8? It is 4. What is 4 squared? It is 16. So I'm just going to write this over here, minus 5. To keep it balanced, we must put a plus 16 here. Let's look at the y's. So plus y squared plus 2y. What is half of 2? It is 1. 1 squared is 1. So if I put a plus 1 on this side, I have to put it on the other side. So this is this mathematical manipulation here. We're not actually changing the equation by unbalancing it. Okay, as long as we keep it balanced, we are fine. Let's factorize this. So this becomes x, there's a minus here, minus, what squared gives me 16? 4. Let's look at the orange. Factorize this, plus y, there's a plus here, so it's just plus 1 squared is 1. Okay, so 1 squared. Let's get rid of these arrows. Equals minus 5 plus 16 is plus 11. 11 plus 1 is 12. Now 12 isn't a squared number, but we can still calculate the radius. We'll just scroll up. Let's start with the center here. The center equals, what minus 4 gives me 0? That's our x coordinate point. We know 4 minus 4 gives us 0. What plus 1 gives me 0? Minus 1 plus 1 gives us 0. Now radius equals, now remember up here, I had 49. All we had to do was square root 49. Okay, so just because it's a 12, we do the same process. The radius is root 12. Using our surd knowledge, simplifying surds, let's split this up into root 4 times root 3, because root 4 times root 3 is root 12, and root 4 is 2. This is 2 root 3. Okay, so our center is 4 minus 1. Our radius is 2 root 3 units. We are done. That's another 2 examples. If you want a more in-depth explanation of completing the square, go back and have a look at the previous video. That's it for this one though. Well done.